Hi folks, this is Zachary with the Loveland Medical Clinic. I thought I'd shoot a quick video today on one of the variations of my coffees that I use in my fasting mimicking diet. So about twice a day, I'm going to make myself a couple cups of coffee. So in this jug, there's 2 cups of coffee here. I actually like to make coffee from beans. So I grind the beans. I always use organic beans, and the reason for that is coffee is one of the most pesticide sprayed crops on the entire planet. So if you drink as much coffee as me, you definitely want organic beans. Okay, then what I do is I add 2 teaspoons of organic ghee. All right, you can use butter if you want. I just happen to like to using ghee because it's clarified butter. It has less of the proteins which can annoy some people's immune system and cause a response. Ghee, all that stuff is out of it. Okay, so that gives me about 100 calories of pure fat. Then I like to add a couple teaspoons of organic raw cacao powder. Okay, it gives it a little bit of a chocolatey taste, and raw cacao's got a lot of good minerals in it. That's why I add this. So a couple teaspoons. All right. Then I add just a piff of cinnamon. Cinnamon is great for controlling people's, especially for diabetics, for controlling their blood sugars. Cinnamon is awesome. So I always recommend that you add some cinnamon. Plus it tastes good. Adds a little bit of flavor. Recently what I've started doing is I've also started adding some turmeric, organic turmeric to my coffee. Turmeric is an amazing anti-inflammatory spice. It's incredible. I use this a lot when I cook. Just about everything I'm using, I'm adding turmeric. And then I add, and I use Vital Farms. Believe it or not, I add an egg. So on the days that I am actually doing a fasting mimicking diet, I will use actually medium chain triglyceride coconut oil, MCT oil. But on the days that I'm not fasting, I will actually use eggs instead. Eggs are such a nutrient-rich food. It is incredible. Okay, so I add that in there. But like I said, if you don't like eggs, just go ahead and use MCT oil. I add a tablespoon, but when you first start, you want to start with a teaspoon. Otherwise, you'll end up sitting on the toilet all day long. Okay, and then I like to add a little bit of sweetener, and I use stevia as my sweetener because it doesn't have any effect on insulin at all. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I tend to put 8 drops in there because the sugar on the egg tends to absorb a lot of the sweetness. Okay, and then the last thing I do is I take a mixer, and actually this is kind of important. Dave Asprey did an article on why it's important to actually mix the coffee. It has something to do with the way the water and the fat, and it kind of ionizes it, and so you get a more benefit from it. Okay, so here we go. Gives it a nice little froth. So if I'm on the road, I just use MCT oil and I use a coffee container and I shake it up. Okay, so whatever you do, you either got to mix it with something like that or you have to shake it to get that effect of the fat in the water. Okay, and let me tell you, this thing is really good. I love coffee. Thanks for watching. I'll produce another video later on what I do with the MCT oil coffees, and I'll make some other videos for you guys just to keep you guys up to date on what I'm doing. All right, thanks for watching.